Welcome to the ranch, part 2 of Don't Believe the Hype.
We're discussing some feedback we received from our first video, so stick around.
After our last video, we got a lot of great feedback, a lot of comments, got a lot of good traction on this video, and there was a few things that we wanted to make sure that we addressed from our hearts to you. The first thing that we wanted to make sure that we addressed was that our video was not a fear-mongering video. At no point do we ever want to scare people into believing what we believe. This is all about really what you are comfortable with and what you are looking to do with you, your family, where you live.
Based upon some of the feedback, we'd like to touch on the point that it doesn't matter where you live, whether you live in a small city apartment or a condominium somewhere out here in the more rural areas. We don't truly live in this amazingly vast expanse of land, okay? We live pretty close to the city, and we came from Maryland, right outside of Baltimore City. We know what it's like to live in the suburbs and close to the city. We have understood that everybody's not gonna be in the same situation, in the same size house or the same size property, and we get that and we understand that. And we actually have a few ideas for you in ways that you can be self-sustainable no matter where you live.
First, we want to take a look at the ability to grow vegetables no matter where you are.
Yeah.
Tell them some ideas that we could use inside the house.
So inside the house, you can put some plants in your windowsill. You can get grow lights and grow them in the house. We're doing that now with some of our vegetables as starts. You can grow them on your patio. Even if you live in an apartment someplace or a condominium, you can put things out on your patio. You can put things by your windows. There's so many different ways you can grow vegetables and fruit and things in your house. But you can also grow animals in your house. Got some pretty quiet animals out there. Stay tuned, that might be a video.
Yeah, and the thing is that a lot of times you have to get outside of what you would think is a normal way of doing things. For example, rabbits are very quiet animals, and they can duplicate very quickly. And that's a great way to be able to provide some of your own meats, growed right
in your own house.
Grown right inside of your own house. So it's not just meat and not just vegetables, but sometimes you may think that you don't have the capability of doing those things either. It's always about partnering.
Okay, so let's just say you don't feel confident in growing things on your own. You have, not the green thumb, right? You can't grow anything. And okay, so you know what you do? Get on social media. Get on social media and reach out to people, maybe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media avenue you have and you feel comfortable with. Reach out to people and ask someone, hey, does anybody know where I can get fresh pork, fresh chicken, fresh beef, whatever it is? There are people that have it in the area. Maybe you don't know anybody. Maybe you hate social media. That's fine. FYI, you're on YouTube right now. Anyway, maybe you don't like social media. That's fine too. There are lots of great resources. If you get on your phone or on your laptop or computer, whatever you have, and you look up places like the You Pick farms. You can also type in farmers co-ops in your area. Most of the time, if you just put in your zip code, you put in your county or your city, you can find local farmers markets. For instance, in Baltimore City alone, there were like 30 different farmers markets that are open throughout the week. Thursdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, Sundays. Go pick fresh vegetables and go get your vegetables and fruit and your meats there. Now over here in Dallas, there's farmers co-ops that you can go to. Even if you live in the city, you can go and you can get fresh meats from your local farms. They do that extra work for you. You can order online and go pick it up at one of the many locations. So it doesn't matter whether you live in Baltimore City, in Dallas County or Dallas City. You can live in the cities, but you can also live in the rural areas or further out, and you can still go and find these places to pick up your meat and pick up your food and fruits and vegetables. There's farmers markets all over, and trust me, if you think outside of the box, you're gonna be able to find it.
Yeah, one of the things that we used to do when we lived in Maryland, because we were in a very small house in a very small yard, we were able to partner with family, with friends, to be able to expand our operation. And that's really how we got started with all of this, was putting our chickens on someone else's property. And it's just a matter of us working with them and offering back some of the bounty. And that's the thing, if you do the work and give a portion back to somebody, a lot of times they'll be more than happy to work with you.
I think the thing that we're trying to impress the most for anybody and everybody out there is that you have to be real about what you want. If you really want to be self-sustainable in a way that you can find those resources, you have to think outside the box.
And that's different levels, right?
Sure. You don't have to grow everything yourself, but it doesn't matter where you live. It's a matter of how much you can open up your mouth, think outside of the box, and partner with people around you. Again, we lived in a townhome. We couldn't have chickens. We couldn't have this big, beautiful garden. So we partnered with our family members, and we were able to use the properties that they had to help us start to build the dream that we wanted. You can do that too. It doesn't matter where you're at. Open your mouth and think outside of the box a little bit. Get out of your own head.
The biggest thing about our channel is we always want to be a source of encouragement to people. So this isn't necessarily what you have to do, but we're encouraging you to be willing if that's what you desire. Don't let there be roadblocks that stop you from what you want to do in life. If you feel like you can't grow it because you don't have space, as she said, go on social media, get some different ideas. People grow things all the time. They grow it in their windowsills, out on their front porch, buckets, bags. She's already covered that. But the thing is, we want to encourage you to know that anything is possible if you're willing to think outside of the box and push yourself to find new ways to do things.
And I do want to say something. There is a lot of hype, but there's also shortages. And there are going to be worse shortages for you if you bind yourself to the big box stores and the grocery stores. If you depend only on Walmart and Target and all these places, you are totally going to see the shortages. But if you're smart and you put your mind to it, you'll never have to worry about that stuff. And that's mainly what we want to try to say. It is hype, and people want to hype you up every single day, but you can't let that control you.
Don't buy it. Don't buy the hype.
Nope.
Hey, we appreciate you checking us out once again. And we hope that you see the love that we have for you as a viewer and the idea to think outside of the box and be self-sustainable at whatever level that may be. You can do it.
Hey, who likes smart YouTube friends and family?
Farmers do.
Farmers' wives do too.
Until next time.
See ya.
Peace.
We have lived in a townhome community. We've lived outside of the city. Hey, Caleb.
Come on, man. Welcome to the ranch. Follow up. Nope.
Good.
Welcome to the ranch.
We're discussing some follow-up. Nope. What are we doing? What are we doing? They're laughing. Hold on.
Guys.
Okay, ready?